being a teacher myself, no, associated with social studies, and I would like to extend my tribute before starting the class to our great freedom fighter, father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi. Today is Martyrs' Day, January 30th. I hope you all know. Yes. So, as long as civilization exists, I think we can't afford forget Mahatma Gandhi, who has given us the freedom, right? So today is Martyrs' Day, children. Today is the day Gandhiji was assassinated by Nathuram Godse, 1948, January 30th. Right? Am I right, children, all of you? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, he was shot dead. Yes. So I thought it is my responsibility to share and pay tribute to this great Mahatma. Okay, coming back to the lesson, we were discussing the Gandhian era, the arrival of Gandhiji from South Africa, and we have also discussed, the Satyagraha movements which were launched by Gandhiji in different parts of the country. He wanted to make it a mass movement. So he felt that this can become a mass movement only when every person, even the middle class people, every segment, the people from each and every segment involves into this movement. So to unite the Indians, he went to different parts of the country and he started the Satyagraha movements. We have already discussed about Champaran Satyagraha, that is Bihar, struggle against the plantation work, this thing, indigo plantation workers, farmers, right? And then we have also discussed about Ahmedabad mill workers. Then we have discussed about Kedah district peasants. Yes. So, and we have also discussed about the Rowlatt Act, which was passed, correct? Which was passed in 1990, that any person could be arrested without a trial. And as a part of this Rowlatt Act, which was passed, Punjab was on hot fire. Their agitation took place. And basing on this Rowlatt Act, the leaders were arrested who were revolutionary because of their revolutionary activities. As a part of this Rowlatt Act agitation, Dr. Satyapal and, yes, children, Saifuddin Kuchlu, they were arrested. Correct? So, people became very angry, especially in Punjab. Lot of riots took place and they all assembled in Jallianwala Bagh, that is in Amritsar. It's a place, it's a ground. Yes. So, large crowd gathered there. Correct? Yes. Why did they gather in Amritsar in Jallianwala Bagh? To show their protest against the government, the new repressive measures that were followed by government, like Rowlatt Act. So they were against that. So the huge mob gathered there on 13th April 1919. Their main agenda was the repressive measure and the arrest of their leaders, their most, liked leaders, Dr. Satyapal and Saifuddin Kuchlu. And not only that, Baisakhi fair was going on, harvest festival. See, harvest festival, when they get new crop in different parts of the country, in in different parts of the country, the harvest festivals are called by different names. Bihu in Assam. We take Andhra Sankranti. If you take Andhra and Karnataka, we call it Sankranti. Tamil Nadu, if you go, they call it Pongal. So, but the base is harvest festival when they get new crop. So, in Punjab also, Baisakhi fair was going on. So, they all gathered in the Jallianwala Bagh. So, then, see, to create a fear among the people, among the Satyagrahis, because day by day agitations were going on. Leaders were involving more. Mahatma Gandhi was doing touring of the country. He was awakening people, right? So he was turning it to be a mass movement to attain Swaraj. So they wanted to create some kind of fear in the minds of the agitators, right? So Lieutenant General, right? Here I would like to stress, children, Lieutenant General was also General Dyer. The person, the commander who gave orders to fire also was General O. Dyer. Both were Dyers only. Both names were Dyer. General Dyer. General O. Dyer, General O. Dyer. Lieutenant was also, name was Dyer. The commander-in-chief who gave the orders to shoot or fire orders was also Dyer. The only difference was the commander-in-chief, Dyer, D-Y-E-R, and the lieutenant governor was General O. Dyer, D-W. Okay, so don't get confused, children, because you will get this kind of, questions also. So in those days, the lieutenant also was General O. Dyer. The commander-in-chief who ordered the troops to fire also was General O. Dyer. The only spelling was different, D-Y-E-R and D-W-E-R. Okay. So they wanted to create some kind of fear among the Satyagrahis. That is why. So General O. Dyer, that is the commander-in-chief, he asked the troops to, open fire, and his object was satisfied. And that massacre, the main reason, see, not, it was only a one entrance was there, and because of suffocation, stampede, thousands of people were there in that Jallianwala Bagh incident, and the large crowd was assembled, and he ordered the troop to fire, and many thousands of people were killed. So his main motto was to, create fear among the Satyagrahis. So that is why, General Dyer, he used a statement. I have done this to produce a moral effect. It means that statement, yes, he passed a statement. This act was done to produce a moral effect, he says. What does it mean? It means that he wanted to create a kind of terror among the Satyagrahis so that they don't take up other activities. All this was done to bring down the agitators, because the agitation was increasing day by day. They were reluctant towards the British rule. It was becoming more and more. They all understood, even a common man understood the essence of freedom. So they wanted Swaraj. So that was a brutal, we can say, infinite. this Jallianwala Bagh tragedy. That is why it is referred as a tragedy. Okay. Yes, children. So here, something for your information I'm just giving you. So after this tragedy, you must be knowing they called for a commission. Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me after this tragedy took place? The Jallianwala Bagh was a huge tragedy. So a commission was called after this tragedy. Can anyone tell me what is the name of that commission? Yes, children? Yes? Unmute yourself and please answer me. Yes, children?
No idea, ma'am.
No idea?
Yeah.
Hunter Commission. Hunter Commission. Hunter's report. Correct? Yes. The Hunter Commission or the report also has given that it was a brutal massacre, and General O'Dwyer was called back to Britain. Was sent back to Britain, but there, he was honored that he has done a great job. He has done a great job. So then Mahatma Gandhi decided against this Rowlatt Act, Jallianwala Bagh massacre. They have decided, Mahatma Gandhi and other leaders have decided to launch the non-cooperation movement. But before that, I explained you about the Khilafat movement. That is after the World War I. I hope you remember that the Ottoman Empire, Khalifa's title was removed and he was given a lot of punishment because he lost in the World War I. So the Muslims were unhappy and they were waiting, and they joined hands, and even Mahatma Gandhi was waiting for the this advantage. He has taken it, and they joined hands with Mahatma Gandhi, and the non-cooperation movement was launched by Mahatma Gandhi. So he has written all this in his book. What is the name of the book written by Mahatma Gandhi? Yes, children? Can you tell me the name of the book written by Mahatma Gandhi? Yeah? Hind Swaraj. Hind Swaraj. So in 1909, he has written a book, Hind Swaraj. So, Hind Swaraj. He has written, it's a beautiful book. He has written about all these events in his book. So, when Gandhiji proposed, yes, Yashashwini?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me, ma.
Indian Home Rule, ma'am.
We have discussed that is in 1916, Home Rule League. Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Annie Besant. Annie Besant, Irish lady, she started Home Rule League, supported by Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Bal Gangadhar Tilak took this Home Rule League in the state of Maharashtra, correct? And the rest of India, Annie Besant has started. She started this Home Rule League in Madras, Adayar. Their only aim was to achieve Purna Swaraj, independence, self-governance Yes, Ashwini?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, do you remember?
Yes,
Yes?
ma'am.
Huh. Because he started this propaganda of home rule through his newspapers, Maharatha and Kesari. Correct? Now you remember?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? In 1916. Correct? Hello? Home rule movement.
Ma'am.
Amma. Yeah. Tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you remember?
Nothing, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Because of his, see, because of his initiation, because of his participation, you know, he was also given father of Indian unrest by author Valentine Chirol. Bal Gangadhar Tilak was also given. He was called the father of Indian unrest because he was the one. He was a revolutionary. You understood now? Now could you recollect?
Yes, ma'am.
Annie Besant? Yeah? She was the first lady, even though she was a foreigner. Ireland, she was an Irish lady. She was the first lady to become the lady president of Indian National Congress. Padma, I think you're Padma.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, these are all very important, Ma.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, she was the first lady. I think you missed one class in between. She was the
Yeah.
first lady president of Indian National Congress. Okay, she was an Irish lady. She's and herself and Bal Gangadhar Tilak started the Home Rule League in 1916 or the Home Rule movement, right? Then Lucknow Pact 1916, yeah, where Hindus and Muslims came to an understanding, and in principle, Hindus also agreed separate Muslim electorate, separate, yes, seats for Muslims in the Legislative Council. Okay, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, he was the architect of the Lucknow Pact, right? In principle, in theory, in principle, he was aiming for from then itself, Muhammad Ali Jinnah was planning for a separate, separate state, I can say, okay, for Muslims. And ultimately, he realized his goal, that is achieving separate country, that is Pakistan, partition of India. But the seeds he sowed through Lucknow Pact, 1916. So he was the architect. He is called the architect. You may get these kind of questions, Padma. So Muhammad Ali Jinnah was the architect of the Lucknow Pact, right?
Yes.
Yashashwini, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
It's clear now. You could recollect. Yes.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes. So you last week you asked me a question. Now we are coming to that question, right? Why Gandhiji had to withdraw non-cooperation movement? You asked me that question, right? Yes. Now I am going to tell you. We are going to discuss now. All right? Okay. So non-cooperation movement they wanted to launch, especially Mahatma Gandhi was instrumental in launching the non-cooperation movement against the oppressive measures of the British rule, right? Let it be Rowlatt Act, let it be Jallianwala Bagh tragedy, the series of oppressive measures that the British government was taking, right? But within the Congress, so how they wanted to have this non-cooperation movement? Okay, how they wanted to unfold, how they wanted to start this movement, how they wanted to take this non-cooperation movement forward. So when Mahatma Gandhi initiated the idea of non-cooperation movement, some leaders within the Congress were not for the non-cooperation movement, because Mahatma Gandhi wanted to start this non-cooperation movement by surrendering the titles that the British government had given. Even Gandhiji himself surrendered, right? Rabindranath Tagore surrendered. Gandhiji was awarded Gaddar movement, Gaddar party. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Please.
Yes, ma'am.
Somebody asked some question?
Yes, ma'am.
What is it?
Ma'am, I asked what is Gadar movement. I was reading like day before yesterday about some movements in India. So, ma'am, what was it?
In 1913, Gaddar party. Actually, one second.
Ma'am, you were on mute.
Yeah, see, Gaddar party. Gaddar party, it's a paper actually. Okay, it's a paper and the founder was Lala Hardayal. Right? Yes. So it was a paper, actually, it was a journal, and later it turned into a party. And they were all, children. It started in San Francisco, actually, in US. Our Indians.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yes. This thing also was Swaraj. Okay. That is and later it was, it subsided. But of course, afterwards, with that name, some communist people started to take it forward. But Gaddar was a paper, was a journal. It was started by Lala Hardayal in San Francisco in US. Okay, our Indians in San Francisco. Okay, yes, children, their aim also was to involve people, to make Indians, wherever they were, to make the Indians aware what was happening, what injustice is being done for Indians. Okay, beta? Yes?
Okay, ma'am, got it.
1914. You got it? Yeah. It was started in San Francisco, US, headquarters, yes. Remember, it was started by Lala Hardayal. Sohan Singh Bakhana was the president of the Gaddar paper. Yes, party.
Okay, ma'am.
Right?
One doubt. Ma'am, people from India went to San Francisco to inform the people, or ma'am, the people.
No, who were already there.
Okay, ma'am, that was the doubt.
Yeah, who were already there. Okay, yeah. So to add on to this, that is why 9th January 1915, okay, Mahatma Gandhi's arrival to India, correct? From South Africa. That is why 9th January is considered to be NRI Day, non-residents Indian. Pravasi Bharatiya Divas, they do it that day. Okay, children, just for your information, right? Okay, they call it Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. They celebrate 9th January every year, NRI Day. Okay, because he has come from South Africa to India. Okay, yeah. So now we were discussing about the non-cooperation movement. So Gandhiji launched and he wanted to take it forward. So he had an idea that, see, Please understand, Mahatma Gandhi always wanted to fight against the Britishers, but not through weapons, but only through his two weapons, that is truth and non-violence, peaceful means. So he wanted to take the non-cooperation movements. In which way? By surrendering the titles. So when they do good work, right, they were given titles by the British government in India. Like Mahatma Gandhi was also given the title Kesari Hind. Why? He introduced ambulance. Correct? Yes or no? So if you just read, you will know, children. I'll tell you all this in my, again in my, brush up classes. These are all extra information. I'm just trying to put. Rabindranath Tagore was honored with, title Sir. Correct? Yes. So Gandhiji wanted to take forward this movement through peaceful means by boycotting the titles. And he was also requesting the people, that is, boycott civil services, army, police people to boycott, and all the officials we were in government to boycott their duties. This way, he wanted to take the non-cooperation movement further. But within the Congress, some didn't wanted to boycott the council also. Legislative council, they didn't wanted to boycott their duties, especially the member, because elections were, were about to commence. They were elected. They didn't want it. But finally, Mahatma Gandhi convinced them, in the Nagpur session in 1920. He could convince them how important it was to launch the non-cooperation movement. So finally, he could convince the leaders and the members, and he could launch the non-cooperation movement. Okay, so who participated? Which social groups? How this non-cooperation movement went further? So this non-cooperation movement was, asked to respond to the call of Swaraj. Yes or no? Yes. But as I told you, this non-cooperation movement, it was a response to call for Swaraj. So different parts of the country felt this Swaraj in different ways. Correct? So first movement was started with middle class participation in the cities. First the movement was started with the middle class participation. Thousands of students, children, left government schools, colleges, teachers resigned, lawyers left their practices. The council elections were also boycotted. The Indians boycotted the elections. I told you, elections, they were about to commence in 1920. The council elections, legislative council elections, they boycotted the elections, only except in Madras. In Madras, the non-Brahmins, they started a, Justice Party. Okay, Justice Party. Children, you must have studied about non-cooperation movement, only about the boycott of, titles, boycotting schools, boycotting colleges, lawyers boycotting court, all that. Yes, at the school level, definitely this information is sufficient. But you are all civil aspirants. You should know little more. You should know much more. You should have more content. You should, you should know extra information you guys need to have because you're all civil aspirants. So just like a 6th standard for 7th standard grade for 7th grade and 7th, 8th, 9th grade, that much is enough. But why I'm trying to give you is you should understand, you should know that extra information. So no doubt, the legislature, the members boycotted the council elections. Yes, in most provinces, in most places, states, they were called provinces in those days. But except in Madras, okay, the Justice Party was formed by non-Brahmins. Okay, so they felt, why should we boycott? They felt that entering into, through elections, entering into council, we are gaining power. So we can, by going into the legislative council also, by gaining power also, we can do something. That was the feeling of the members of the Justice Party in Madras. Except them, all of them boycotted legislative council elections. But in the cities, children, the result, the effects of non-cooperation movement was very bad, especially economic front. Non-cooperation movement first started in cities. Okay, yes, they boycotted, students boycotted schools, titles, all that. They boycotted council elections, everything. But the effects were very bad. The result, especially economic front, economically, they suffered. They have seen some problems in the cities. What were their problems?
Join, ma'am.
Yeah?
Shall we rejoin?
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Please, dear students, please join again.